Monkey's uncle is the definition of brotherly love.
What looks like a retro Philly shop is actually something much bigger, because behind every design, every hat, every shirt, there's a story about where you come from and who you're doing it for. I'm Nick, a 20-year hospitality vet, spotlighting incredible small businesses and the people behind them. And today we're in Doylestown, PA, hanging out with Derek Morgan, co-owner of the Monkey's Uncle, a brand built on nostalgia, community, and a mission to help people of all abilities find out what makes them awesome.
What makes Monkey's Uncle different from anywhere else that you can buy Philly sports merch is honestly our mission. We like to say that the mission is even greater than the merch, but the merch is pretty awesome. We actually employ and mentor young adults with different abilities. So we take our love and our passion for our Philly sports teams, and we're using that to give these opportunities to the disability community and really teach the rest of the community and everyone how we're all equally awesome. My wife Janelle and I came up with the idea of Monkey's Uncle when our son Braden was diagnosed with autism at 3. We knew realistically that me having a full-time job, she wouldn't be able to just have a regular retail hours and be able to take him to therapies and doctor's appointments. So we'd always talked about the idea of starting our own business and having our own store. And we thought, you know what, let's just take a risk and see if we can make this thing work. And since then, it's organically grown to this amazing platform where we now are able to support the special needs community by providing job opportunities and experience to that community and use our love for Philly sports for good. My wife and I, we actually met, we used to work together at a pretty big sporting goods store that was around the Philly market that doesn't exist anymore. But sports has always been a big part of my life for sure. I think anyone in the Philly region, if you're born and raised here like we are, sports is just part of how we identify ourselves. Whether you're 2 or 22 or 92, we bleed green, we're go Phils, we're go Birds, Phillies, Flyers, Eagles, Sixers, like it's just how we identify ourselves. And so being in the sports industry and making that part of what we do, it's just taking our passion and using it for good. When our son was really young, one of his favorite movies was Madagascar. And there's a scene where the penguin and the monkey are together and the penguin says, well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. And our son would hysterically laugh, crack up. And we thought, you know, that's kind of a cute name for a store because it makes people then ask like, monkey's uncle, well, what is that? What do you do? And what do you sell? So it forces people to then ask more questions. We've actually been in business now for 16 years. And I would say probably about 7 years ago, we really started to lead into this idea of providing an opportunity for young adults with special needs to have experience in the workforce, because there's a staggering stat that 85% of young adults with different abilities are unemployed. They really have a hard time finding gainful employment, and we thought, you know what, this is a gap that we can help bridge. So we decided to really make this part of our business. And we now work with local school districts and nonprofits where we have students that are in high school with different abilities that come to us 5 days a week to get job skills. And then each year, we hire one of those young adults to now become a paid employee. For these students, getting that opportunity, it builds confidence. It gives them pride in knowing that there are opportunities for them out there. I think, unfortunately, for a lot of our kids, they kind of get put in a bucket of just doing cleaning and carts and like very simple tasks, when so many of these young adults have amazing talents and amazing skills. It's just a matter of like finding what they're passionate about and what they love to do, and how does that work here? Because we teach them everything from working with customers, how to run a register, how to do the website, they print t-shirts, they do design. So they're learning all these different skills, and through that, we find out what they really love to do and then lean into it. The very first student that we actually had in this opportunity, in this program, she started with us when she was in high school, and Anna has since been with us now for 8 years. She started in high school. She now actually has graduated from college with a master's degree, and she's still with us today. And actually, Anna is in charge of putting all of our merchandise up on our website. So having started from the basement level, the simplest of tasks, and now to the point where Anna literally is the one that's putting our product online to promote all over the world, is just amazing. And the amount of confidence that Anna grew and saw from working here, that she could do a lot of these things, and just she threw herself into it and realized she could pretty much do anything. We do work with a lot of local artists, so we've got some great things, everything from Philly cheesesteaks and, old department stores and things like that. But I think once you start to lean into the Philly vocabulary, that just hits home for so many people. The first time in, admittedly, when someone first walks into Monkey's Uncle, it's almost like deer in headlights. Like, they kind of don't know where to start. And we can tell when you walk in here the first time and you just are glazed over like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. But it's the good overwhelming. So where do we want to point you first? I would just say whatever season it is. We've got every team in stock all the time. So I think wherever it is, that's where we're going to point you. But one of the things that we're most proud of is what we call our merch on a mission, because that is the merchandise that we carry, which is either made by or benefits young adults with different abilities. So that's why we have that right at smack dab in the front when you first walk in the store. Oh, Kelly Green all day. I'm going to go Brian Dawkins. Awesome. You know what? I have to go with the Eagles' first Super Bowl win. I think because you had so many generations that were waiting for that to happen that we thought it might never happen, and it was just the ultimate build-up and the end to a season that we thought might never happen, and it just did, and it was amazing. Home. I want people to come here and feel like this is a second home. This is comfortable. When people come in here, I'll tell you this, if you come in on a Saturday, we have a popcorn machine for the kids. We have Disney Plus on. We serve complimentary beer and wine and chocolates. And this is like you're coming into our second home. So we want you to feel at home. And that's exactly what we want you to feel when you leave. You should support Monkey's Uncle because the mission is greater than the merch. I mean, the merch is pretty awesome, don't get me wrong, but this mission here is supporting something even bigger. And Philly sports, we love to pick each other up. We support each other, win, lose, draw, tie, it doesn't matter. We support each other. That's why it's called brotherly love. And Monkey's Uncle is the definition of brotherly love.
So what started as a shop built on nostalgia has become something that's truly rooted in the community. Because at the Monkey's Uncle, it's not just about what you wear, it's about what you stand for. A reminder that the best businesses aren't just selling products, they're creating impact. So next time you're in Doylestown, stop in, support the mission, and see what makes this place so much more than a store. And as always, don't forget to tell them that Chef Nick sent you.